What up,
Yeah,
people? What's
we back. Yeah, welcome back to Atlanta CarCast Season 4, Episode 1.
up? Mm-mm-mm.
I go by the name of Mister, and to the right of me today is Mr. Skip of Skip's Trophies and more for all your trophy needs, awards, everything. So, we've
What's
been
going
gone for
on,
two
people?
weeks.
2 weeks
Gone for
felt like 2
2 weeks.
years, man.
It,
I almost
it,
forgot how
it
it
felt
all
like
been.
a long time, didn't it?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Happy New Year to everybody, first of all. Hope
Happy New
everybody
Year.
had a wonderful holiday, and came through it unscathed as far as health issues and family issues and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
How was your holiday break?
my break was great, man. My wife's sisters, all of her sisters,
Mm.
all of her sisters, all of them.
Oh,
Yeah, it got so bad that I went out in my truck and just sat in my truck for like an hour playing music. No, they wasn't bad. It was just a lot of talking.
mm-hmm.
They cooked, man. They cooked. We had a ball. We did the the Christmas Angels thing for the adopted families we had, and everybody, all of the cars that were involved in that came here to my house. So my whole subdivision, the cul-de-sac
Yeah.
here, was full of fixed up cars. So it was like a car show Christmas Eve right in front of my yard. So they got to see all of that, and everything was great, man. Like I said, we ate and we ate some more, and we laughed and karaoke, just family stuff, and everything was good. Played a
That's
lot of
what's up.
interesting Christmas games. I got to let y'all in on some of that stuff, man. Next time we get together, do a get together.
Yeah, I be looking on TikTok. They be having them little games where they be rolling stuff and putting stuff in cups and all type of challenges.
We played a game where everybody was supposed to get a gift, no more than $30, not $25, right? And if you
Mm-hmm.
didn't get a gift, you had to put 25 cash in. So
Mm.
it was 10 of us. So 10, you put 10 numbers inside of a cap, and everybody picks a number, and all the gifts are on the table. If they're wrapped or not, you can see them. So you pick the gift you want, and if it's wrapped, you open it, and everybody sees it. The person that has number one. Then the person that has number two has the option of taking the gift from the person from number one,
Ah.
or getting something off the table.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is, say for instance, I'm number one and I pick up the $25, and you're number two and you take the $25 from me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take it directly back from you, so I have to pick another gift off the table.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person that picks number three can decide, hey, I want that gift that Skip got. So if they take my gift, and I can go back to number one and get my $25 back.
Right.
Then number
Or
one
choose another
can take
gift.
the gift from number three, so on and so forth. But you can only lose the gift 3 times.
Yeah.
2 times. The third time you
White
get that
elephant.
gift
That's
back,
what
it's
it's
yours
called.
automatically. Oh, it's called White Elephant?
Yeah, we
Okay.
play that too.
I
The
didn't know
men
what it
play
was
it, and
called,
then
man, when I tell you, I was mad.
yeah, we do it with the men have a version, and then the women have a version.
Yeah, my wife said it's called Chinese gift exchange.
Okay.
But
Okay.
they call it, she said White Elephant, Dirty Santa, okay, all types of names. But yeah, I had never played it. And it was fun until they took my money. And
Wow.
then I ended up with a $25 gift card, so same thing, but
Yeah, I ended up with it was like a glass set that had metal ice cubes, and it was pretty dope. Pretty dope. So yeah, that was dope. All right, so that's Christmas, and then we had New Year's. We
yeah,
didn't do nothing for New Year's.
we stayed in the house. There's some guys out here in my subdivision got real machine guns, like military grade machine guns. My windows was rattling.
Mm.
That's how loud those guns were. I'm like,
Wow.
damn, are you in my backyard? Made me look out the window. But yeah.
Didn't they pass a law where you can? It's just like you don't need a permit or anything now, right?
You don't need a permit to do what?
To carry.
No, yeah, they've been past that law, Mark.
So you just buy a gun and you don't need nothing.
Now that's still going to be kind of hard for you just to go buy one. I mean, if you have a record like myself, you just can't go and buy one. But if you were to get one by legal means, the police has no way of knowing if you're, legal or not, because they can't just walk up to you and ask for your papers. Well, I don't think they can. I don't know, but everybody's carrying guns now. I just don't. I don't get it.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody in the chat. We are back. Tia a little under the weather. A lot of executive producer things going on in the background that has petered her out, as my mother would say. She's petered out. But we are back, and let's see. So usually our first show for the season is kind of about you guys in the chat. So we always try to discuss on the first show is what do you want to see this upcoming car show season? You know, what went wrong last year, what went great, and shout out to all of the winners of the Casty Awards. That was a whole thing.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a huge thing. That was our last show. So,
Call
you know,
we cast the awards. I still have you guys awards. The ones that didn't meet me to pick them up. I'm not delivering. No. Give me a call. We can meet. But
we can't give it to somebody else because it has your name on it.
I know what it will be. I'll be back here with this display, and people, I'll be like, "Look at this! Yeah, you want one of these? This is what it looks like."
Yeah, fact.
But no, so, y'all get in contact with me, man. All you want.
So in the chat, tell us about in the chat, like, you know, what do you want to see this season? What did you hate about last year's season?
What would you like to change?
Yeah. Let's talk about it. And then we got a few things here. You know, I was looking into that whole, you know, used car bubble and all of that. You've been reading about that or hearing about that, Skip?
No.
You know how the bubbles kind of burst. You know, the inflation of the used car market was like super high in 21 and 22, and now it's kind of coming down. So this year is a great year to kind of buy used cars again.
Yeah, if you're buying it from a car lot.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're getting. But buying it from a private seller, there's a guy that has a Suburban just like mine. My truck is an 02. His is a 93. Do you know what he's asking for that truck with 180,000 miles on it? $15,000. I said, you ain't trying to sell it. There's no way. A 93 truck. I don't care if it had 10 miles on it. It ain't worth $15,000.
Wow.
But yeah, he sent me the pictures and everything. I said, yeah, buddy, somebody told you wrong.
So Skullkeeper says in 2023, let's start this year off loving, coming together, and helping each other. It's hard out there, so people like us in the car industry can make changes. So yeah. We see everybody else in the chat, street affiliates, Soldier Girl,
Miss Lolo, Chris Carter.
Miss Lolo, yeah.
Skullkeeper.
Thank y'all for coming back.
Ain't nobody coming to you, Otis.
Let's see. She says, I would like to see the car scene actually support the car scene and more car parades. More car parades.
Now, the support part, there's nothing outside of what we've always done that we can do to make the car scene support the car scene, because there's so much individual hate or individual dislike. I'm going to use that word. Because if Skip leaves Mark's club and forms his own club or joins another club, then that same anger or resentment I have towards Mark somehow filters into the new club, and we don't want to go support nothing they're doing because Skip don't like them. And that's what happens. And the bad thing about it is, man, people can't see through the bullshit. I feel like this. If you got a person that's been in 3 clubs inside of a year or inside of 2 years, 2-3 different clubs, they the problem. They're the problem. But people will tend to believe, man, Skip a good dude, man. Them people just hating on him. It can't be. There's no way. There's got to be drama or something following me or whoever it is that's jumping from club to club to club, and you got people that snatch them up. Like, no, dog, try a solo route for a minute. See how you like that. You know, that way, let everybody, people don't do their research, you know, when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I think that's where all the dissension comes from, where people are just doing and saying or following the leader, so to speak. And that's why the support is falling like it is. I know a lot of people don't like me. It don't bother me one bit. If I see you, Mark, and I know you don't like me, and you stand in a group of people that I associate myself with, and I walk up and speak, I'm going to speak to you too.
You still gonna speak.
And one other thing I'm doing, I'm reach out and shake your hand. Hey man, what's going on, brother? How's everything? Now, whether you choose to take it or not is up to you. But what it'll do to all of the people that believe Skip was the one that wronged you is show you, wait a minute, why Skip trying to shake his hand if Skip talked about him like that?
Yeah, now, you know, some people say, "Oh, that's being fake. I ain't gonna speak to him. If I don't mess with him, I don't mess with him."
But see, the people that don't like me because of something somebody told them, not because of something they know, not because of something they see me do, because I'm the same Skip every day. So, you know, but that's just me. I'm just using me as an example. But, you know, man, we got to learn to agree to disagree. And like ain't nobody came to see you said, learn to just go out and have fun. We can go to car meets and be right beside somebody we don't like and still have fun. You know, and I think that's the difference in yesteryear and nowadays is there was always people that didn't like each other. They learned to just, you know, nod their head and keep it moving or just walk by you like I don't see you. It's simple as that. But, you know, I can't say it no more than I said it, man. We created the ACC to stop a lot of stuff. We accomplished that. There was a small breakup and we still was doing the same thing we was doing. And then everything just fell apart. And when I say fell apart, we stopped doing the things that we were doing to come together more. What I meant when I said that. So, you know, we just need to start getting out more, man. The pandemic thing is kind of petering out a little bit, a lot more than what it was. So, ain't really no excuses no more.
Right. And the parade piece, yeah, we do need more parades. But that's really getting in these communities and getting with these leaders. Those parades, more parades will come if we keep pushing in these little surrounding small cities and all of these holiday events and stuff like that. I think you'll start to see a lot more of that. Let's see. Soldier Girl says, I'd love to see more meetups, just chilling, breaking bread, and fellowship, getting to know one another and networking. Yeah.
Now, see the thing that Luke with Extreme Customs and Batman did, and his wife Miss Pennywise, they did the little meetup, the car meetup that day, and there was if 100 cars didn't come through that thing, and the parking lot was only big enough to hold maybe 50, it stayed full. Like people would leave, and more. It seemed like as soon as 10 people left, 10, 15 more people would come. Right. It filled that parking lot up so much the guy couldn't wash cars because there was so many cars there already clean and whatnot. So he just shut the car wash portion down, and everybody just hung out and talked and laughed and everything else. And would people, if we can continue to do that, or he can continue to do his thing like that, his little meetups like that, then I think all of these walls will start to crumble with all of these falsehoods that people are following and believing because one person said it.
Right.
You know, and whatever. So we just got to keep doing more of the same, man.
Okay, let's see. What else? What else did y'all dislike about last year's season? What didn't you like that we could fix? Or we can try to fix or put it in our mind? Because I got a couple phone calls towards the end of the season where people wanted to maybe get us involved and kind of cover how judging works independently with clubs. Does that make sense? So that whole club's team kind of is on the same page as how to win. Because everybody wants to win and everybody's competitive, but they may not all know how to win.
Okay. Let me start from the top. Number one, there's a lot of the same cars out here. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of Chargers, there's a lot of Challengers, there's a lot of Camaros. Those are
Shout out to Antonio. Appreciate you, brother.
There's a lot of those same cars out here. So if you have a Shaq, a Hulk, Anti-Venom, you know, like 5 Chargers that are just fucking immaculate, and you have a Charger that's top notch, but it can't touch those 5, then you're sucking high and tit, so to speak. It's hard to show up to a show and expect to win when those 5 are there, or three of those 5 are there, because they are pretty much automatic shoe-ins if it's not a 100-car show. So the one thing I can say, and I tell people this all the time when I'm judging, I don't care whose car it is. If you don't wipe your car down, pull up and show me the judge or whoever the judge is that you really want to win, like wiping your car down and wiping the road grime off that you just drove up with, then you're not gonna win when it comes to me. You could be mad. And people hate me now to this day because of that. Because I told them, man, your car dirty. But I got this much money. Okay, all right, and kept it moving. And I
Moose has
respect
no more lights.
Hopefully they don't like me behind that. But
Yeah.
you know what? Let's see a show car without lights.
Mm.
Now I know, Mook. I gotta call you out on this. If you don't like lights, don't go to a show with lights. See that mentality right there is what's fucking the car scene up. Old school guys don't come to the new school shows because they don't like the new school shit. If you don't like lights, don't take your ass to a show that's got lights. It's just that simple. But when you make these statements, and not just I'm saying it to you because we cool, but when people make these types of statements, I don't like cars with wraps on them. Stay your ass away. But what will happen is people will jump on your bandwagon. And here's the division again. You know what I'm saying? Kip doing the show, man, he let anybody in the show. I ain't going. Okay, don't come. Like people say, well, you expected 1,000 cars. No, I expected what I got. If people like what I do and the product I put out, they're going to come. I'm not going to pick old niggas with lights.
It is.
So what? It's old niggas with new cars. You don't complain about that because old niggas supposed to have all old schools. Why not have what you want, what your money pay for? And that's the thing I hate. You can't get mad at somebody because that's what they want. I see old fat niggas that wear skinny jeans.
Yeah, we talked about that in season 2. How it was trendy, the whole light era, and that trend ain't went nowhere. I think the lights are getting even more complex. I even seen it's a Volkswagen. Let me look it up because I just looked at it. I don't know if y'all seen this. I don't have it on the screen because I just was looking at it. But there is a Volkswagen, and it's called the Volkswagen ID.7. Y'all look that up. The Volkswagen ID.7. Okay. Yeah. It is a new car. It's coming out in Q2 of 2023. It's an EV, and it has light panels. It's like over 24 light panels on the exterior of the vehicle. Where whole sections, it looks like a wrap, but they're lights.
Right. And see, the thing is, the companies, the big box, big buck companies, they're catering to what people are showing them that they're spending all this aftermarket money on. Buy a car with lights, and then you just enhance that a little bit. Maybe go paint it, or maybe rim it up, or do the interior or something. That's less money. That's less money you'll have to spend on aftermarket, and you still got your warranty, so to speak. So people are trying to. The car companies are listening and watching. Like the EV cars. People are like, oh, they're too quiet. Now they got cars you can change the noises up on them, make them make all different kind of car sounds. So
the new Charger, it sounds like shit, but you can hear something.
Yeah, they're paying attention. So ain't nobody come to see yours. That is a very, very good statement. A lot of people that do that though are people that think the longer I keep the show, the more it will give people time to come and the more money I'll make. They don't think about the fact that you could have been there on time, to get a prime parking space or whatever, and you got to sit there 9 hours now because they wanted to go to dark. So I'm busting y'all balls, bro. I got a car coming out with like, shut your ass up. See, Dad is he just wanted to be noticed. But the thing about that is this. I say it all the time. Know your audience. I'm not saying do the same shows, but a lot of times when people put these flyers out for these shows and y'all see them and you say, you know what, I want to go to that. Oh shit, it don't end at 9. Shoot them an inbox. Hey man, why your car show so fucking long? I'm not gonna stay out there all day. You're gonna lose a lot of money because people are not gonna sit there for 6-7 hours when it should be 3 to 5 hours. And if people understood that the majority of the people hate sitting there that long, then they shorten them up or just get the biggest part, the best part of the day to have the shows. So I do my best to try to inform people, hey man, that's too long, or 100 trophies is too many, or make sure you don't do this or don't do that because I've seen this work better, ABC, but for real, you're gonna see me.
Yeah, I mean, the heat is always an issue, and I think it would be better if we had more night shows, like Soldier Girl pointed out. I think.
Well, I know Toretto with Torque Team. He did the night show last year. The lights over the city.
Mm-hmm.
There was a year before last. I'm sorry. There was some drama the week leading up to his show with one of his former members. I'm not gonna go back into it, but he actually sabotaged the show a little bit. Now he had a nice turnout, but it would have been a lot bigger because it was the only light show, and a lot of people didn't come for fear of being the only ones there. And then the people that were going to come anyway came, and it still ended up being a good show. But I could tell that this is what happened to cause the other half of the people that normally would have been there not to come. But I talked with him a couple of days ago, and he's going to bring the lights over the city show back with the belts and all of that like he did last year. And we just need, like you said, we do need light shows. But the one thing about doing something at night like that, the venue.
Gotta have the right venue. You gotta have the right lighting.
Your sports bars don't normally make money during the middle of the day. It's closer to the night. The late football games is when they start to get packed. Now some sports bars just stay packed, and those aren't the ones we do car shows at anyway. But those types of places normally don't want people in their parking lot all times of night either. So that's one of the things too, with the planning going on when it comes to that, the car shows and whatnot, the light shows and whatnot, and just finding the right venue to hold 100, 150 cars. So monopolize on pre-sales. Yeah. But see, pre-sales, in my opinion, are based on you knowing what type of turnout you're going to get. Somebody like a stunt fest, street whips, DJ Threat,
they almost have to do it.
They can do that because every show they have, they minimum 100, 150 cars, minimum. So yeah, you can pre-sale. But I feel like if it's your first or second show, doing that will take time and effort and money away from the planning. I guess I don't like it because when you do stuff like what is the Eventbrite? Doesn't Eventbrite take a percentage of the money that paid in anyway? Like
yes, it's a small percentage though.
To try to get away from money exchange at the gate. Yeah, but some people spur the moment though. You know what, man? Skip having a show. Let me pull my car out. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people pull their cars out just because it's Mark doing a show, or just because Hulk is going to be there, or whoever is going to be at the show. And they just found out about it. So that's one of the things why I tell people pre-sales are for established shows, in my opinion. Shows that normally garner 100, 200 cars. And these people say, you know what, I'm going to be late. Let me go ahead and get my ticket now.
Right.
So.
Especially if you're doing, it's like somebody like Nash who's going all over the country. Like when he was just in Florida giving away the Super Bowl trophy, you might want to get pre-sales because you're hitting multiple markets all across the country. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that show, did anybody hear about that show?
I did. What'd you hear? What the streets saying? I heard the turnout wasn't that good, but he marketed it as like a birthday party deal. It wasn't. It was like / car show / What'd you hear?
That's exactly what I heard.
Oh, okay.
He lost.
To be in Florida, I expected that to be crazy.
No. Anybody can't just throw a show, man. And on that level, you and when I say anybody can throw a show. Let me rephrase that. You can't go to a state you've never been to. You have no name in or no following in, and expect a major turnout on the level he was expecting. You just can't. We'll have better trophy this year, not good. Oh my
I
god!
didn't know Hobby Lobby had trophies. I didn't even know. I'm sorry, I ain't get the memo. They got Hobby Lobby trophies, Skip.
They got Party City trophies.
Kinda. I see where she's going with, or he is going with this.
But anyway, the thing is, back to that with
I don't think trophies will really. We were talking about this last season. I don't think they're really gonna evolve, but it's like certain shows, like Nash, are forcing them to evolve.
right. But the way he's doing it is making people comfortable with what they've already been getting. And I said this before, and again, this is no knock on Nash, but when you have 3 different prices to get into one car show, and those prices dictate which trophy you'll win, I'm telling you straight up, oh, y'all gonna pay for this trophy. You see what I'm saying? Whether you win or not, I'm getting my money back for these trophies. If not, I'll take them back. You know, and that to me does not make sense. It makes sense from his point of view. But if I'm marketing a show where I'm giving away these, then this is all I'm giving away.
That's the way it should be, you would think.
When I market the Battle for the Rings, this is what I gave away. Everybody got one. You didn't have to pay $75 or $25 or $10. The same $30 can win you this ring or this trophy or whatever else I decide to give out. So when you do it that way, it was different. And when I first seen it, I was like, that's kind of different. And then when I realized why he was doing it, when I assumed the reason for him doing it, nothing he did or showed me proved me wrong. Because there were cars at the show at Atlanta Motor Speedway that were not worthy of that big GOAT trophy, in my opinion. And I'm not calling nobody's name, so nobody can say Skip said Joe Carter shouldn't have won.
You know that's what happened.
That got a GOAT trophy. And I was like, oh, because they paid the $150. You get what I'm saying? There was not a lot of cars that paid the $150, so everybody that paid the $150 got one of the GOAT trophies, the big crystal trophy, and they were nice. I won't knock his trophies, but again, I just don't look at it. And like Son Navy said, it was on New Year's Eve. Who has enough pull on this planet to throw a car show on throw your first car show on New Year's Eve?
I don't know anybody.
Exactly.
So
you know,
I'd like to see Rick Ross make his car show more affordable this year. I don't think Ross is doing another one.
And if he does, it's not for the money. Ross did it to prove a point.
Yes.
He did that show. That show was just to prove to DJ Envy that he can get old school cars way more than what he ever got in a show at the drop of a hat. TMZ was advertising this man's car show. I've never seen that. I work with Nopi, and we've had way more cars than what Rick Ross had at one car show. And we didn't have our shit advertised like that. And he didn't do it.
That was a big deal. And I don't think he wants to go through that. It was a lot of crap about him, trying to pay for his cars with that car show. It was a lot of mess behind it.
The one thing about that, those statements like that, I ignore it, and the people that run and tell me that, because the man is not broke. He's nowhere close to broke. He's not filing bankruptcy. You never hear about him missing no taxes like Jermaine Dupri and some of these other guys that forget to pay the taxes or whatever happened. So for that statement to be made, those are people that's closet hating. He's using the car show to pay for his cars. The man got over 100 fucking cars.
And he bought cars during the show. He bought more. Yeah.
Yeah, they say he spent almost $500,000 on 5 cars. So come on, man. Cash. They say he was cashing them out. Wasn't no, I'm gonna send you a wire or nothing. But I said when I found out the price, I said there was no way he could ask me to come and I wouldn't go. It just don't
But
make
I don't
sense.
know what is more affordable when you're talking about that type of show though. What does that look like?
Well,
Because
see,
obviously it can't be a $20 show. And now
no,
last season, every show is 35, 40. So what is Rick Ross supposed to be 50?
but like that, I get it now. You know, if you're gonna do something like that, do it at a venue where it's accessible to everybody. One of the reasons why I don't think it'll ever be at his house again is because he fucked the roads up. I'm quite sure the city was pissed. And all those people that live in that big subdivision that have houses just as big as his right behind him, they couldn't get out of their house because all the roads were blocked with cars trying to get into his house.
Or just to get into the area.
Right. They couldn't get there
He
because
knows
the
it.
roads were all fucked up. So somewhere like the new Congress Center out there on Camp Creek, the big one, or the World Congress Center downtown, money don't mean nothing to you. And with your
Right.
entry fee prices, you can pay for this building and do the same thing.
She say 750 ain't the move. Yeah, I feel you.
There was a lot of people there. Oh yeah,
Hear you.
he made some minis.
He made cash money out there.
That one dude from Texas bought 30 fucking cars. Wow.
F. He had what?
No, she said I'm in. Oh, I'm thinking that said if he has it this year, I'm going. Yeah,
If he has it,
the M was in. Yeah, if he has it this year, I'm going. Well, good job. Go ahead, Mr. Deadpool. Get your check right.
750.
Man, listen, Bill Gates would give me half his earnings. I would not pay $750 for no nothing, no concert tickets, no nothing. If the man was putting on a concert or had rappers out there, or the $750 included a meet and greet or autograph picture or something, but just $750 for you in the car. Parking was $50. Spectators was $250. Shit. What are you getting just to say I saw him?
What more can you say?
Yeah, but hey, more power to the man. I ain't gonna say it was.
But I mean, it did shed a lot of light on the culture, which I did appreciate. That you can't deny that. It's a lot of people that didn't even know car show culture existed before they heard about Rick Ross's show. So to see him going on a little media tour, on little interviews and stuff, I thought that was dope.
Yeah, but
Yep.
again, if you're doing it for the love of the culture, that's one thing. He was doing it to prove a point. And that don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things because it still was a car show. But
great business move. Yeah, passing out flyers.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's subjective. You could go out there and nothing happened, especially if it's a whole bunch of people from out of town.
Right.
Which it was. I don't know. Invest in yourself, if anything, though, definitely.
Hell yeah. But hey, let's go back over some of the stuff that people said. But the thing about what Soldier Girl said about the pre-sales of tickets, I think it's a good idea again for bigger shows, for established shows, and shows you're gonna have a turnout, and you just need that extra little help. The one thing ain't nobody came to see you Otis said about the night shows. The night shows will limit the cars that come because everybody doesn't have lights. You know what I mean? And I get it. You have some cars that are just light cars, so it should be something for everybody. So the optics of doing just light shows or doing both or having a venue is probably the biggest deterrent, in my opinion.
Facts.
But
okay. What else? What else in the chat? What else?
Hey Tressa, how you doing, baby girl? I see Tressa came in. It's Deadpool here.
What do we want to see again this coming season? Should the season start earlier, Skip?
No, because it's still cold. I think we starting in March?
We generally always start in March.
Yeah, so I mean, shit, it still be cold then. You think about it, it just be starting to get, bearable temperatures. Which I hope it don't get cold like it got over Christmas week. I promise you. That 9-degree shit was some bullshit.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Boy, that was my God.
That was terrible. It was a different kind of cold. I don't think I've ever seen it that cold here.
Not here in Georgia, not me. Man, that that was, I had on jeans, a hoodie, and a leather jacket. And that wind cut through that shit like a razor blade.
It was bad. It was like I'm almost getting assassinated out there. Man. It was bad.
But the one thing too I'd like to see more of is we did that when we did that car club field day.
Yeah,
I definitely want to do one in a better spot where it's actually grassy for the competitions, and if we have a tug of war or something, we can't do it on concrete because somebody gonna fall.
Have some fields
or something like that. Chris Carter said he ain't had a day off. Oh, you do fire sprinklers? Yeah.
Oh,
everything's freezing. So you getting the real work now.
That's job security over that couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the pipes busting. I heard a lot of horror stories. I had never heard of, even when I was back in Michigan, I'd never heard of going outside and wrapping your pipes up with a rag and putting a plastic bag. We didn't never do that.
Wrapping what pipes up?
Your faucets outside.
No, you just turn them on the drip and let them drip.
That's on the inside.
No, you can turn your faucets on outside, the same thing, and just turn them on to just a little drip. The water's constantly running, so it can't freeze. Well, it shouldn't freeze, I'm going to say that. But 9 degrees, goddamn.
It was like the new thing is to wrap it up with a rag and then put the rag around the thing and then put plastic bags around it and all that.
I ain't do nothing.
I had never heard of that.
I turned my sink on in my kitchen and my bathroom sinks and let them drip. Got up the next morning, turned water on, everything was fine, nothing. My neighbor across the street said he thought his water was turned off, nothing worked.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Glenda, we definitely gonna do at the minimum one field day. I know that, but I want to have them spaced out because that kind of competition, man, I didn't see one frown the whole day when we did that. The hula hoop contest, the pass the bucket water contest. We had watermelons. We're gonna have a watermelon eating contest, but we ended up letting the kids do that. But just simple stuff, man, just to have fun. And it was free. And we gave away shit.
Right.
We gave away blenders and coffee makers and all kinds of shit. So
and we had all types of vendors there.
You stupid. What the hell? Need to see more restrooms. What?
Yeah, we need to see more restrooms.
Man, see now, watch. Some of the venues are, I ain't gonna say it's so far out, but if the business is closed, then we get porta potties, and then you complain about porta potties. So I mean, you can't have everything all the time. You know what I mean? So, and there's a guy that has a trailer, a porta potty trailer. It's air conditioned, right? He Marquise had him at one of her vendor shows, and he was charging $5 a person to go in there and use the bathroom.
You lying?
I swear to God. I said, what? I go around the back of that motherfucker and piss before I give you $5. But
okay, Soldier Girl brings up a great point here. Usually in years past, it was always a motorcycle category at these car and bike shows. Yeah. And now it's just turned to car shows, and now the motorcycle and the bike piece has been replaced with slingshot. I just think it's a disconnect with the bike community right now. What do you think?
Well, with the bike community, yeah.
Yes.
Because, and I said this way back when the car club started wearing vests. There was bike clubs running around telling them what they can't do and they better not do this and do that. And I was like, I wish the fuck my club wore vests. I'll tell y'all to keep.
They still do.
Yeah.
They still do that.
I get it. You got a lot of car clubs had the rockers where the vest looked like a motorcycle vest. They put the rockers on it, the rockers on the bottom and the rockers on the top, and with the logo in the middle, and it looked like a motorcycle vest. Now I get that you're impersonating us, or you're doing all this bullshit, and you're bringing heat to us, but ain't no man alive can tell me I can't go to Walmart or to Target or wherever and buy a leather vest and put on what the fuck I want to put on it. Now I understand motorcycle gangs got this mystique and they got killers and all this shit here, but fuck y'all. I ain't got no patent on that shit. You know what I mean? And my club, we wear Dickie shirts. We got Dickie shirts. Like this is one of my car club shirts here, t-shirts here, but we got Dickie shirts with our logo on the back, so we don't have that issue. But one thing about motorcycles, the guys with bikes, they don't want to come to those types of car shows anyway. They want to go to motorcycle shows. Now the slingshots, different thing. They've just gotten now in the last year, 2 years here, where they're fixing them up and they want to participate in the shows, and I get it. But motorcycles, or something, and they understand the car scene, they won't come. So us putting them on the flyers, if that's not enough, then I don't know what else we can do to show them that we would appreciate if they showed up. Because short of begging, I think it's just my job to advertise that you're welcome. You understand what I'm saying? And if putting the bike on the flyer is not welcoming enough, what else? What's up, Mark?
I don't think slingshots are going anywhere. And
they actually getting bigger and bigger.
They're getting bigger and bigger every year.
You know what I found out? I think Soldier Girl told me that. I don't know, but 4-seater slingshots are not manufactured. When you see a 4-seater slingshot, that's aftermarket. Somebody
put the other 2 seats in it and extended it.
Yeah, they say when I forgot who it was that told me that, but they said that when you see a 4-seater slingshot, they voided the warranty on that thing because the people that make slingshots don't make 4-seaters. I was like, what? I've seen them everywhere. So
interesting. And I'm hearing the prices of those are coming down too.
Well, price everything coming down.
Yeah.
People start buying it. It's got to come down.
Okay, so you want to see more slingshots getting some action, more bikes getting some action.
Take it to the street, go network with them. You know, Marquise, I don't know how long you've been on the car scene, but you can't go ask somebody to participate that don't want to participate. See, if this was a motorcycle person making that statement about y'all don't want us there, then I could see an opening to come out and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna come to some of y'all events and pass out some flyers. But just like they don't want non-motorcyclists at their events,
right?
They don't want to come to our shit. So going out to network with them, how can you make that work to make them on? If we do a car and bike show, that means you're welcome. But when they do their shows, it's strictly for motorcycles. It's all inclusive for just them. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I can't. There's 3 minutes left.
She said, announce this party. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what you're talking about either. You better go out and network. See how, see that? Mm-hmm. We know you will.
She's not in the club. Get in the club. Yeah, bikes are harder to sell. Yeah.
But yeah, and another thing I'd like to see is when these people, when people throw these car shows, and not because I'm a judge, not because I'm a car show judge. There's other people that know how to judge. Try to get an unbiased person to judge your show. And I'm not saying this because I normally do judge all the shows. I'm saying that because if a person feels like, well, Skip don't like sticker cars, why they didn't win, or I know Skip ain't gonna let me win because he only gonna let a certain amount of people from this type of car win. No, I'm gonna let the best ones win for that category or that top 20 or whatever it is. And whoever the judge is, whoever you get, if they can't be transparent, straight up, and tell a person why they lost, they shouldn't be judging car shows. I say this at every show I judge or I have something to do with the judging outcome. If you want to know why you lost, come ask me now. If I had something to do with it, I'm going to tell you exactly why you lost. I'm going to show you why you lost. That way you can either be mad at me because you lost, or you can say, damn, I see what Skip talking about. Because
I see what Marquise is talking about now. She's talking about the stars. It's like the super chat on YouTube, but it's stars on the broadcast on Facebook. So appreciate the stars out there. Appreciate the super chats over here on this side. Yeah, much love. Appreciate it. Okay, I see it now. Cool. Let's see. What else? We talked about the casties. We talked about upcoming season. There is.
Then I don't know what show you talk about, darling. You could, if it was a show I did, I could tell you, but it's been so long ago, I'm old, I forgot. And see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Don't wait till tomorrow, till next week, till the podcast that got there. You fucked me over Saturday. You could say something to me then. I don't.
Right.
And I hate to say this. I'm gonna say it. There's a judge who will turn his judge sheets in to the host of the show and leave.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Me and him are cool. It's a him. We cool. And when he anyway, I don't do that. I stay because I understand there's gonna be some butthurt people. There's gonna be some people upset because they didn't win this category, but they won this category. You know, and my little car was starting to clean as shit. Okay, then.
It is clean as shit.
All right, then. My little old car. What kind of car you got? Miss Glenda, what kind of car you got? Refresh my memories. But yeah, as people, anybody that's gonna potentially throw a show, man, whoever's judging your show, I don't care if they own car shops, auto shops, detail shops, whatever. If you feel like a Toyota Corolla, if you feel like they're worthy enough to judge your show, then they should be open to tell people why it is they didn't win.
Pretty much.
Years ago, we had my friend had a candy orange Avalanche on 24s. Baddest truck in the fucking city. And hood was done, truck bed was done, a lot of music interior, the whole interior was done, on 24s, undercarriage was done. He rarely lost a show. We went to Stunt Fest, and God bless the day, Puerto Rican Johnny was still living there. And Johnny had the brand new Dodge Ram, whatever it was, whatever year it was, 12, 13, whatever, 11 to 12, whatever year it was. And he had 28s on it, or the biggest Ram at the time on the truck. And the truck was nasty. But everything was stock on that truck except the paint job and the rims. And they gave him best in show truck. And I went to Mark at Stunt, the owner of Stunt Fest. I say, hey, man, how in the fuck that truck beat our truck? Man, he's stunting on y'all. Oh, well, what he got? What he got? Boy, he got 28. Oh, we got 24. Okay, I get it. What else he got? He got candy paint. That's candy paint. Okay, go to the next thing. I said, tell him to open his hood. It's stock. I said, now open our hood. So what I did was show him why he shouldn't have beat us. It don't matter about the trophy now because I proved my point. If you're going to give somebody an award, at least tell me why you gave it to him. And guess what he said to me? Man, this Stunt Fest. The bigger it is, the better it is. Your rims and your paint are 75% of your scope in my book. Can't argue with that.
No, you really can't.
Stunt Fest is. You're not going to win with 18s. You got 34s, 9 times out of 10, you're going to win. That's the biggest rim out there, especially in your category. So I respect that. And that's one of the things I took with me into judging. Because at that time, I was still competing all the time. But I took that into judging. If you can't tell a person why they lost, what the fuck are you doing judging? And that goes for anybody that's judging. I don't care how long you've been judging, how many shows you've judged. If you can't tell the one or two people that are going to be pissed why they lost, then that tells them that, number one, you didn't judge, you just handpicked the cards. Mm-hmm. And number two, you shouldn't be judging because you can't tell a person why they lost. So that's my last little spiel on the judging thing, man. I just want to throw that out there so people could, whoever you choose to judge, vet them like you would do anybody else. Make sure that they're not going to make your show a one and done, so to speak. Because I almost called somebody's name there. The one show where they had the trophies on the table. They told you to go get your own trophy. I've never seen no shit like that in my life. You're going up there and get your trophy. You were part of that show, weren't you?
I was there.
Oh, okay. That was one of my first shows. I was excited, but I learned even with my clean, shiny engine. But yeah, that's all. That's my little rant about car shows, man. Y'all just make sure that you let.
With that being said, we hear word from our supporters and sponsors. Take it away. This episode of Atlanta CarCast is brought to you in part by KJ's Mobile Auto Detailing LLC. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you get same-day appointments. You get same-day rain guarantee. You get disinfectant. You get sanitation services. You get memberships. You get subscriptions. It's all there. Washes, wax, carpet shampooing, claying, steam cleaning. He's got the works. Hit him up at 470-214-1423. Hit them up at 470-214-1423. Tell them Atlanta CarCast sent you, or Atlanta Cast Network. What up, KJ?
What's going on, baby girl?
That gentleman's going to be booked and busy this upcoming season, so if you want to get in early, hit him.
Gonna throw up like a goddamn. That motherfucker watching cars all day, every day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what else going on in the
house? I've gotten a lot of calls here recently about people that's already scheduling shows. I cautioned them when they called me because they were trying to order trophies already, and I cautioned them. I said, "Hey man," I said, "It's your first show?" "Yeah, man." So, well, do me a favor, go on Atlanta Car Club community on the ACC page. And make sure there's no show scheduled on that day now. Because what will happen is, by this being your first show, if you don't have the following like that, then your show's going to come second fiddle to, say, DJ Threat or whoever, because his show is more established or he's done more than you. Do your research before you start throwing your money out there because, ain't no refund on these trophies. Ain't no refund on your deposit for your lots and all your permits and stuff that you're gonna have to get. And he was like, "Damn, man, thank you." And he called me back. He said, "Man, guess what? That was a week of Stuff Fest." I was like, "See, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have got nothing, that week." But just y'all doing these shows, man. Y'all make sure you do your research and ask somebody. It ain't gotta be me. Ask somebody that's throwing a show. "Hey, man, what's the ins and outs? What's a small thing that I'm gonna forget that I need to do?" It don't hurt to get help because boy, and I hate to throw Threat under the bus, but back in the day, Threat used to just do car shows at parking lots just because it did get ran off. There was one weekend where we went to 3 different parking lots.
Ain't asked to pay nobody.
Right. Went to 3 different parking lots the whole car shows because we kept getting ran off because we weren't supposed to be there. Man, y'all do y'all proper preparation, man. And he's got it down to a science now, though, because
we only had one issue recently within the past couple of seasons, but that wasn't related to that. Right. And speaking of KJ's, he also is doing these. So we got it's KJ's birthday car bash. This is Saturday, January 28th, 2023.
That ain't KJ, that's his son, Khalil.
Oh.
Khalil's birthday with the car bash.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I read that wrong. It's KJ's son. Sorry. So this is a kid-friendly event.
Yes.
January 28th. I gotta get used to saying 2023 because I was already in 2024.
Damn.
This is from 3 to 6. This is on 4060 Covington Highway. That's in
Decatur. From the Quick Trip, y'all.
Right across the street from the Quick Trip. Tickets range from 25 to 75.
And let me explain what that is real quick. The reason they're between $25 and $75 is that TKT's Jump House. It's an old building that had a grocery store and all that in it, and a Ross. It's the size of an old Ross, and it has all types of jump houses and games and stuff in there. And I think if the $75 band, I'm assuming now, will include a wristband for the children to go in and unlimited play inside and your car enter. Now, that's my assumption. But I do know it's at TKT Playtime Inflatable Park. Inside of this building, you got all types of jumping houses and trampolines and, all the stuff for children. So it's for his son's birthday, but that's what it is. That's why the tickets range like that. So y'all don't think he's just trying to, dig in your pockets.
Okay. So there is also Eventbrite, KJ's birthday car show bash tickets, and it's right there on the bottom of the screen. You can go there if you want to pre-order your tickets for this particular event. So shout out to KJ, shout out to his son, happy birthday there. And then we got one more here. Can't forget. This episode of Atlanta CarCast is presented in part by Sun Envy Beauty Bar, y'all. Located at 4791 Jonesboro Road, Suite 5 in Union City. Don't forget, they focus on healthy nail care and making every woman feel sexy one hand at a time. Visit Sun Envy Beauty Bar today or head to sunenvynails.com. And that's nails with a Z. Tell them Atlanta CarCast sent you. Yes, Lord. And that's that. Okay. I think that's everything. What else we got before we get out of here?
I'm sorry, I just ate some candy. Let me see. We missed something. Something we want to talk about. Oh, while we on here, I want to give a shout out to Almond. Miss Alma Joy, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Birthday!
Everybody had a birthday. Happy birthday, Alma.
And everybody else's birthday too, man. I hope everybody had, again, a wonderful holiday. Got everything that you guys were hoping for, and if you didn't, I know you can work hard for it to get it hopefully next year. We're gonna be definitely covering the car scene a little different and a lot more in what's the word I'm looking for, Mark? A lot more in depth this year.
Yes.
Definitely want people to understand what it is we're doing, and we want our potential viewers that haven't been to car shows or just tuned in because they heard about us to see and learn about all of these different events that we have going on as far as us out supporting, and then as far as our kid-friendly events and everything else car-related. So all you guys out in the chats, y'all please remember that we have connections on top of connections, so y'all can get at us as far as pointing y'all in the right direction for different types of vendors or whatnot, or any types of issues, man. Hit that inbox, man. And I don't think there's too many new people in the chat now, but y'all make sure and try to get your friends to subscribe and hit that bell, man, that subscribe button for us. It'll help us out tremendously.
Absolutely. If you haven't already done so, please do it. Hit the like button. Lot of stuff happening this year. I was very excited about this year. and God is already moving. Yeah. So we got the sports podcast on Monday. Don't forget about that. Last take, a shot in the dark. That's still rocking and rolling. We have After Dark on Tuesday. Very provocative. Go ahead and check that. All of these episodes are up right now on our YouTube channel under the live tab because all of those shows air live. And we're also starting to clip this year. So we're putting out little mini clips that can actually take you to the full episode, or you can get a little snippet of that. You'll find that there. And we just announced, well, we didn't really announce. We kind of just did it. We kind of threw it together. But we've been working on this particular podcast for a long time. But Uncomfortable Truth aired last night on Wednesday. And say what you want, it was definitely entertaining.
It was uncomfortable. Yeah.
And let me clarify to the people, if you watched that last night, I'm not going to say what was supposed to happen, but there's two iterations of this particular podcast. There's a version of what you saw last night, which is on this platform with the boxes and all of that. And then there is a second version, which would be TikTok. So we're fusing TikTok together with this particular show on certain times, and then you will get this type of presentation in others. So we're trying to make a little sample size of a pilot to kind of see what we're working with. So last night was a test and it was a pilot. So come back and watch the next episode next week, and we're trying to home it in. We're building it as shut up, Skip. We're building it as we're flying it.
I didn't say nothing.
But they are uncomfortable conversations. Okay? I think our people, which is the Black community, which we're very passionate about, we need to have some of these conversations. They're going to have a lot of spicy conversations that need to be had. We can't deny it. We can't run away from it.
Yeah, but see, the difference between spicy and just downright disrespectful was on full display last night. Now, I'm for anybody doing their show how they want to do it. I'm for it. But y'all, like I said, it's going to get better. I can't.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah.
And even the two moments that we clipped, if you go to our Instagram or our TikTok or whatever, the two clip moments that we put up today kind of explain what we're going for with that particular podcast. So check that out if you have not already done so. It's going to be interesting. And, last but not least, we definitely have Atlanta Carcast back for season 4. After Dark is still on season 1, and we want to kind of run those numbers up before we switch them over. Last Take a Shot in the Dark is now officially on season 2. And we just appreciate everybody for tuning in. We don't take this for granted. It's a lot of stuff coming. And I know I say this on this podcast all the time, but telling you, it is going to be nice. You are going to like some of the things that we're going to bring to the culture.
And to the chat, all our viewers, all our loyal followers and whatnot. Let me say this. Y'all are what drives us. If nobody watched, then we couldn't do this. So we appreciate y'all's input, negative or positive, about what we're doing. If you have an issue with me, Mr., whoever, about whatever, hit that inbox, man. Hit that inbox and say it. Or call us, text us, whatever. Skip, I appreciate what you said. That was disrespectful. I'll follow my sword when I'm wrong. Or I'll explain to you why I said what I said and what context I said it in. But, we tend to assume that people know how we feel about every situation when everybody thinks different. Everybody receives information different. So if I don't know what upsets you or what I said offended you, and then you walk around with a mug on your face because I said something, I cursed you out. Let me give you an example real quick. The Donald Trump situation. In my car club, we have 100 plus members, right? White, Black, Hispanic, everything, right? And I was arguing with a white guy in Carolina who's part of my car club, his friend actually, about the difference between Trump and Obama. And he was like, "You only voted for Obama because he's black." I said, "No, I voted for something different, a change. That's what I voted for. He just happened to be black." I said, "You voted for Trump because you thought he was going to fix the deficit, and he fucked it up." I said, "That was a chronic move." And one of the guys in my car club took offense because I said it was a moronic move to vote for Trump. Inboxed me and said, "Goddamn, Skip, you called me a moron now?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not even talking to you." So I told y'all that story to tell y'all that we will talk about things and some people will feel hit. And we're not actually talking to you or about your situation. But don't walk around hating us or being mad at us because we don't know that we stepped on your toes. Say something to us. Inbox. Oh, y'all got my number. Call me, inbox me, see me in the street, say something to me so I can at least attempt to clarify, apologize, or explain to you in what context I said it in. And that's just not me. That's for everybody on these shows we have on Atlanta Cast Network. Because we know we're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But if you're a loyal watcher, follower, or whatever, a friend, what have you, and you ball this stuff up, and then you tell your next best friend, and then now it's a rumor, it'll look like we had beef and we never did. You get what I'm saying? So y'all please just be straight up with us like we're going to be with you. At least me anyway. I don't know about Barb or nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, just tell us, man. And for you, I don't want to take that the wrong way either, but just say.
And Miss Drea, we are building it as we fly it. So I want you to trust you and everybody else listening when it comes to the Uncomfortable Truth podcast. Let us produce. It's our job to produce these contents. We just happen to be host on this show. And that's another thing that we are looking to do is fall back and possibly switch things up and take more of a executive producer role for the whole network. So if you know of anybody who may be interested in doing what we do every week and they can make that strong commitment, not only to just this podcast, but to the Atlanta CarCast brand, which means being at car shows, being in the field, and going on this long journey that we're about to go on, hit us up in the inbox if you're interested. We will be trying to vet some changes.
Say that again for the people in the back, please, sir.
Hit us up.
No, tell them what it is we're doing again. Tell them what it is we're doing.
We myself and the other co-executive producer / owner, Miss TJ, are considering falling back into the producing role full-fledged because it takes a lot to do these shows. And we want to do so much more, but sometimes we are handcuffed by actually being a personality on the show. Because if you go all the way back to season 1, you didn't see me, you didn't see Miss TJ, you didn't see Hulk. It was just Skip. And right. We were in the background getting that type of stuff done. And then when COVID hit, we mixed it up and we went virtual. And then we got this product. And now the network has blossomed, with multiple shows. So the need is for us to be more so doing a lot more stuff in the background. So if you see different people in these boxes, don't fucking panic. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it feels like you could be in these boxes. And let me say this, and I hope it don't step on no toes. If you can't carry a conversation and you can't adapt the conversation, then don't even waste your time trying to be on this podcast. I'm not calling nobody dumb. I'm just saying, the vetting process is that, everybody is equal when they come or they trial or whatever, but be open to talk, to receive criticism like we do, So yeah.
There it is. So yeah, more things to come. I can't express it enough. But Atlanta CarCast will live on no matter what iteration it is, just like the Breakfast Club or anything else and all the other thousands of podcasts that have changed different roles and personalities. It happens. And we got one more word from another one of our sponsors, last but certainly not least. This podcast is presented in part by Outrageous Cuts, located at 3316 Snapfinger Rd in Lithonia, Georgia. Outrageous Cuts is where you can get the drip and the sauce. Barbers, braiders, stylists, come on, locticians, they got it all. Book your appointment today, 470-747-2583. Ask for Mook, or tell them Atlanta CarCast sent you.
Can't do what I do. You can't do what I do. You don't know how to do what I do. Look at this. And look at this. You can't do that. You don't know how to do that. I do this. This is what I...
You think you can deliver the drip or the sauce? Well, Outrageous Cuts is always looking for barbers, braiders, stylists, and locticians. Hit them up today.
That commercial so tight. You can't do what I do.
Can't do what I do.
I like that.
So if you want the sauce and the drip, they got it all day long. Outrageous Cuts. So we appreciate all of our brand partners, KJ's Mobile Auto Detailing LLC, Sun Envy Beauty Bar, Outrageous Cuts. Am I missing one?
Sun Envy Outrageous KJ. And we have some more people in line already. We just haven't gotten finalized. The one I called y'all about the other day.
Yes.
But anyway, we have some more people.
And if you want to be a brand partner, hit us in the inbox. If you have questions, hit us in the inbox. If you got interest in helping us, hit us in the inbox. There is a lot of strength in numbers, and that's what I'm noticing that is basically what's happening. And everybody has a core love for cars. I don't care if you're 71 years old, if you're 17 years old, this car thing has connected everybody. And none of this stuff would have been possible without the love of cars. In theory, everything that's happening at Atlanta Cast Network is because of cars. So I would be remiss if I didn't thank everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. Merry Christmas to the people that haven't heard it. We are here. We made it to 2023.
Yeah, man. I remember 23 years ago when it was going to be the year 2000. Everybody running around buying sardines and shit. They thought the world was going to shut down.
When Y2K hit? Oh my God.
I was like, you motherfuckers buying potted meat and shit. Like,
we believed that it was over.
Oh my God.
Some of y'all too young, y'all don't know, but it was a serious, it was almost like a pandemic, but it was like everybody just freaked out.
People thought the computers was going to reset and all the power was going to be going, the grid was going to shut down. I'm like,
they thought, a computer that actually computes and processes would not go past 2000. They thought it was going to start fucking over.
All the way over. But that's these damn movies, man. These movies have become so realistic now that people see shit in movies and they think it's life.
That's
like
right.
I seriously believe that these kids think they can die and come back. Like,
you can't respond
and do it again. No, the fuck you won't.
You can't respond.
Hey, man. That's this generation. That's this new generation. Yes, sir. Sure
Also, if you want to join the show as a guest and you have an event, hit us up. We're not going to be breaking our neck to try to make people come on the show, or we're not going to be breaking our neck to promote people's show that we did for 2 years for free. We really need to make this a collaborative effort with everybody. So if you got something going on and you want to bridge to the car world to get that information out, I think Atlanta CarCast is the best vessel for that. So without further ado, we're going to get the hell up out of here. That has been Skip. I am Mr. We are out.
So the girl said she was looking forward to her child support starting over.
Oh, man. Not going to happen.
Good night, y'all.
Peace.